Welcome to a series on how to get massive damage every time in World of Tanks. The secret sauce is 1. Don't die. 2. Get a British tier 9 heavy tank called the Conqueror. 3. No, I think that's just about it actually. Don't die, get a Conqueror, aim your shots, don't do any stupid stuff. Well, no, do stupid stuff. Just get lucky, I guess. But just look at this Conqueror, right? Aim in, and boom! The aim time on this gun is just phenomenal. The damage is very good. The accuracy, pinpoint accuracy. You will see me in this series missing very few shots. There will be some bounces because the penetration is not awesome. It is very good, but not awesome. So there are some dings here and there. But other than that, I mean, this tank, apart from not having any frontal armor, it's awesome. The turret is good. There are better tier 9 turrets out there. This is not a hull down, invincible kind of tank. But, you know, I'll be receiving a far few bounces on my turret and a few on my hull, but mostly, you know, your hull is soft like butter. So I won't be commentating the whole of this gameplay, just, you know, a few tidbits here and there. This one, there's no artillery, so I'm just staying around the open, waiting for them to do something silly. Oh, a bounce, interesting. But they're not really that stupid. Got a good position, I don't have to worry too much about the capping. We've got them covered down on the west end of the cap, and I'm up here on the east, so, you know, it'll be okay. I don't have to move out, even though I could move out and shoot the guys on my left. You know, I don't have to, actually. The tracks absorb the shot there. So I barely have time to aim, and then I shoot. Quite remarkable. Remarkable one.
Storage is hit. We're lucky it didn't blow. Penetration.
He should have angled his tank a bit now, shouldn't he? Pulling back a bit. Get my ammo storage. It does tend to get ammo racks often, but not from time to time. I'm shooting straight through the turret of the KV-4. That's kind of nice. This position here turns out to be a bit of a slugging match where you're trading shots 1 for 1, which I'm generally not too fond of. But in this case, I'm going with it because we're getting better. Otherwise, I would try and get out of flanking position. But I'm counting on the superiority of my gun here to make the difference. And they're a tier 8 and I'm tier 9. So what are we up to in damage now? 1500. Yeah. Gets better. Alright, we're up 5 to 3. Maybe we should just push up there and get it over with. I got one in his face first. You just look at the reticle, how quickly it shrinks and zooms in and just ready to shoot. T-44 got lucky. I wouldn't even, most of the tanks wouldn't even contemplate taking that shot.
The armor is damaged.
Two defense posts. Very realistic, by the way.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Should not try and tank heavy tanks, especially a Conqueror, with your T-44. It's a bad idea. You're gonna have a bad day if you do that. He's not coming out. I think we learned this lesson.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
Anyway, turns out it's time to advance and do some more damage. Stats and IS-3. Okay, let's shoot him. Pounce? I was trying to track him and then, I don't know, just trying to track him to annoy him, I guess. Yeah, let's move into the open in front of the Conqueror. That's always going to end well. And here is the money shot, just finishing off the IS-3. No big deal.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Now this is a perfect example of just how lethal this gun is. There's a Yak Panther up there. Oh, back up a little bit. Zoom. Boom. Back. Tick. Tock. Tick. Tock. Tick. Tock. Out. Zoom. Boom.
They're knocked out.
He never stood a chance. Well, maybe he shouldn't have put himself in the open in the first place, but then again, most of his team is dead, so, you know, tough. Very tough. Anyway, that's it. The guys will go cap, and I won't make it back to base to kill the other three, which I'd quite hoped for, but you know, not a bad result. Let's look at the stats. Just mind you, this is without premium, but yeah, lots of damage output, 3,500, nice. Anyway, next battle, and this is going to be a good one. Now I see most of my team are running to the right, down in the southeast corner. I'm probably going to sit in that valley of death and die horribly. So we're going to let them do that, and I am going to cover the north all by myself. Folly, you say? Yes. Yes. And you'll note in this match there's like 5 or 6 archers on each side, which is going to be lots of fun. Okay, so I'm taking a gamble here, trying to get some shots off across the way here. Conqueror's gun is imminently suited to this. Boom.
Enemy armor is hit.
T-71 is just peeking out. I should be able to get a shot off. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Yes.
Enemy is hit.
And I got his engine by the looks of things. Okay, let's see. Come on out. Come on out. No, 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 stay out. Arrgh. There we go.
Gotcha.
Headshot. But this gun is just fantastic. So remember the 3 rules of getting massive damage every battle. 1, don't die. 2, get a Conqueror. 3, I don't know, just look at rules 1 and 2. Oh yeah, and don't die and aim your shots and stuff like that. Now, the one weakness I could mention about the Conqueror and the gun is you don't actually carry enough ammunition. I almost run out of ammunition in this battle, which is not good, not good. Anyway, let's see what's up here. Someone spotted something, I think. Anyway, no they didn't, but I'm going to have a look anyway. There's bound to be something coming this way. The 103 is coming up to help. That's going to be invaluable later. He actually has a very good game as well. So let's just see what happens.
Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy fuel tank is hit.
So engaging this 704. Oh, close one. I just dodged the bullet. It comes up, and there we go. That was a bad shot. You saw how I pointed straight at the mantlet. It's a bad idea. This time I'm going to do it different. Look at that. Boom. Straight through. The shoulders of that tank, very soft. Hot knife through butter. Alright, so 21. Okay, the 103 is going to handle that scout. That's fine. I can focus on the bigger target up here. He's gonna come up again. And there's his shoulder. Boom. Missed. A rare thing to do with this magnificent piece of machinery.
Enemy armor is hit.
Okay, so I suppose that object is going to do whatever he's going to do. All our tanks down in the southeast are dead. We're behind by 3, 2, 3. So I better try and help them out. Let's see, there's a Conqueror. Boom.
We didn't even scratch them.
That was a rare ding. Must have hit the turret or something. Now this MX here passing me is actually pretty clever. I mean, for one, he's a scout that's still alive.
Penetration.
Rule number 1 of scouting. You can't scout if you're dead, and this guy gets it. He ends up getting smacked, I think, rather unluckily, but actually had a pretty good game as well. Half artillery is dead for some reason. Now, well, let's go kill this load. I'm sure there's going to be someone else up here shooting at me. And I'm in the open now. I'm not really comfortable with this. You heard the artillery shell landing behind me there. So I'm not comfortable with this. And the other tanks will be in a position to shoot me now. I don't care. I want to kill this guy.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Okay, I take 2 shells. That was a decent trade in order to get 2 guns out of the game. Now this Panther's in a good position. That one bounces. Blind shots. More artillery. More artillery. Panther. Now we're really starting to take damage. The number of guns they have pointing at me is a little bit scary. Anyway, we'll see if that Panther comes out and we'll nail his face. There he is. The Panther does have a good turret, despite everything. Luckily, the artillery is pretty good. Just check this out in a sec. Alright, some artillery up there. Let's get rid of that. Boom. And now I suppose it is time to fast forward a little bit and get up to their base.
Gotcha.
So you might think, why bother taking that shot? And you your right, but you see how close it was? Because of the arc of the shell, I could in principle have looped it behind the hill and hit him, and besides, if he gets behind the hill, it's going to be 10 seconds anyway before I can shoot. Now this is just shameful. It's just shameful. How did I miss that? Alright, well, here he is. Aiming, aiming, aiming. Oh, and shameful again. Sloppy. Very sloppy. I blame it on the matchmaker. I'll figure. And now it's just a mopping up job to get the last two. Seems we've turned this battle around. Lots and lots of spotting damage and lots of damage and lots of kills. And you'll note how I actually don't kill the artillery right in front of me. The reason I don't kill the artillery right in front of me after having shot him once is that he has just shot at me, whereas the other artillery may not have shot, so I want to kill that first to minimize losses, and also to make sure that the other guy doesn't get the kill. But primarily to minimize losses and help my team, obviously. He doesn't die. Back off. I could shoot him. The other guy comes up. Okay, I don't know if he's shot, so let's take him out. Critical hit. No damage. Come on, that shell is bigger than your entire tank. Oh well. Take him out. And then in good style, we will ram the other one to death. There we go, and I got the Birders medal for killing 5 artillery, and you know, lots of XP. Now this is without premium again. Yeah. Well, there you go. Hope you've enjoyed it, and until next time, stay frosty.